Go.
All right, we'll give you a quick intro on the snowblower as well, since we're covering some of these different machines. Why don't you come in over here a little closer to the camera so we can look at the different controls. For some reason, when they built this, they gave it kind of a lot of different things to help start it, so it's a little confusing. First off, what you have here is you have a choke. So you're going to want to generally turn the choke all the way to the left when you're starting it up cold. You also have this little ignition switch, which if I recall right, if you turn it to the right, is going to be your on position. And then if you want to do 2 to 3 pumps here with your fuel, so that's going to prime your thing. You need to make sure your fuel is in the on position, so if it's in this horizontal position, it'll be on. And then if you want to go ahead and turn your throttle all the way up to kind of the rabbit position versus the turtle position there. Then usually, if you've done all of it right, it usually fire in the first pull. We'll see if we get lucky. Ah, no it didn't. Let's start this video over. There we go. Go ahead and keep it running. Alright, so once it fires, you can usually turn back your choke. I'm going to go ahead and kill the motor so you can actually hear me. But once it fires, you can usually turn back your choke fairly quickly. Other controls that you're going to have here, this right here is going to be your transmission. So these up here are all forward gears. These two are 2 reverse gears. So you got kind of a slower and a faster reverse, and then you got about 6 different speeds going forward here. This right here is just going to be, it'll change the angle of your chute right here. So you can see these move together. This one right here will change which direction your chute's actually pointed. So this will just change which way your snow's being thrown. You got 2 levers here. This one's going to be the auger itself. So this will actually get the blades spinning. And then this one's going to be the drive tires. So this will actually drive the vehicle. This lever down here is a differential disengage. So you may find it a little easier when you're doing real hard turns. If you kind of pull this while you're doing the turn and then let go, you should get a little bit better traction when this is in the out position. And you should be able to turn a little tighter when this is pulled in. Okay. If you're having a hard time starting the machine, you can actually plug in a extension cord to this right here, and it does have electric start here by pushing this red button. So you just plug in an extension cord and you use electric start instead of the pull start. Normal unleaded fuel right here. Don't worry too much about the oil. The oil will be here, but I'll go ahead and make sure to check that from time to time. Coming to the front of the machine, a couple different things. First off, your auger blades are right here. Obviously you want to keep any arms and legs and things like that out of there. If you have something stuck in there, there's a little shovel right here that you can use to kind of knock rocks out and that kind of thing without actually sticking your fragile hands up inside of there. You can also use that to clean out the chute here as well. You're going to make sure the chute as well as this all stays clear for it to work. This is designed where it's got a couple bolts that work like fuses, so if a large rock were to get in there, it won't break the machine. What will happen is these little bolts right here will actually shear and break and fall out. And if that were to happen, if this bolt breaks, you'll lose this half of the blade. This bolt breaks, you'll lose that half. What you need to do is go and just replace that bolt. There are 2 replacement fuse bolts right here on this little cover. So if you needed to do that, if you noticed that all of a sudden it wasn't cutting very well and you had somebody look and go, yeah, only half your blade's spinning, you'd want to get in there and put a new bolt in that position. Other than that, it's pretty simple. It's got a headlight for working at night. Obviously just be careful. It is a machine that could hurt somebody, but it's fairly easy. You just walk behind and let it throw snow wherever you need it to go. That's it.